Hello. Hi everyone. This is very last minute. I just thought I would come on and do a live video instead of a written post this today for my update, and I've got a cup of tea brewing, so I thought it would be a good time to do it now. And if I do it by video, you get to see my little Pippi as well. So it's my second pup date. So I did a pup date yesterday for you, which was the first one, just because yesterday was the first chance really I had to do any updates. So we had her on Friday. So it's day 5. It's day 5 since we've picked her up. So yesterday when I did the first update, it was day 4. Yep, today's day 5. Yep, that's right. So I kind of explained a little bit about kind of what I had planned and what went well and what didn't go well with Pippi over the weekend. So I thought I'd sort of give you a bit of an update with that, and then let you know about the other stuff that I've been doing with her as well. So I will just turn the camera around so that you can see her and say hi. Hang on 1 second. There we go. She's very snoozy. She's had a busy afternoon, which I will tell you all about shortly. So she is currently napping. She takes her napping very seriously, don't you, darling? Yeah, no waking her up. So when she's awake, she takes that very seriously as well and is a little hurricane. But then when she's asleep, she's asleep. So we're having some really, really good naps, which is brilliant for me because it means that I can get things done, have a cup of tea, do things like this, get some work done. So anyway, so now you've seen her, and hopefully you've seen the photos yesterday. So I mentioned that over the weekend the plan was to sort of concentrate on getting her sleeping okay and just settling her in and kind of getting to know her really more than anything else. So that's what I've been doing. We've also been doing toilet training quite a bit, although I'm not too bothered if she does have an accident, because toilet training for me comes secondary to making sure that she's okay being left on her own. Because the way that we've sort of planned our diaries is that for the next 2 weeks, so the rest of this week and next week, she doesn't have to be on her own at all, so that I can spend the time making sure that when I do have to leave her the week after that, she's okay. So part of the plan over the next couple of weeks is to do some short periods of time where I am leaving her on her own so that she's okay with me going out and about the week after. So I've just started that off over the last couple of days, getting her okay with being in a different room from me and getting her okay with being in a pen, say while I'm doing some work or I'm having a shower or something like that, and she's doing really well with that. So today and yesterday, now that Thomas is at school, we're trying to get into a bit of a routine where in the morning she goes in her pen at about 10ish, and then she sleeps for about either an hour or a couple of hours or so, and I can then kind of get some work done. So that's working really well at the moment. That seems to be the kind of the routine. So we just need to crack the afternoon routine as well, so that I know that there's periods of time during the day where she's going to be fine being left on her own. So that's like quite an important thing that I want to be working on with her. As I say, the toilet training, we're doing it. She's going to the toilet outside. Nearly all of her poos are outside. And to be honest, nearly all of her wees are outside as well, but she is having the occasional accident inside, but I'm not too bothered about that because she's not even 8.5 weeks old yet. And when she was with the breeder, she could just go for a wee wherever she wanted. So I'm really happy with the fact that she's going to the toilet in the garden. She's wanting to go out into the garden to go to the toilet. And she's at a point now where I've put it on cue. So if I say wee wees, she goes and does a wee. So I can pretty much guarantee when she goes out into the garden, she'll do a wee. So that's working well, really pleased with that. And then in terms of the overnight sleeping, she's in a pen in our room. So anyone that read my post yesterday, I wanted to try her in a little crate and that didn't work. She wanted to sleep on the carpet in our bedroom. So I've just put a pen down so she can still sleep on the carpet. And we've discovered that she really likes cold or cool surfaces, so it's quite unusual actually that she's on that mat at the moment. She normally likes to sleep on the floor, or she likes to sleep on the tiles. We've got lots of ceramic tiles as well, so we've ended up putting some ceramic tiles in the pen in our bedroom, and she likes to sleep on those. So we've got a lovely bed for her, we've got a lovely cozy vet bed, but she doesn't want to sleep in those. She wants to sleep on the hard, cool ceramic tiles. So if it works, I'm just going to go with it. So last night and the night before, we had quite a similar routine with her. We got her down sort of 10ish, quite early, because I'm quite early to bed generally. And then she woke us up at about 3, and both times, oh no, maybe not last night, I can't remember, it's all a bit of a blur, but anyway, last night, by the time I'd woken up and was kind of awake enough to take her out for a wee, she'd already weed in the pen, which is fine. So cleared that up, and then she then lasted then until the morning. So she's only having that one wee overnight at 3 o'clock. So I'm going to give it a couple more nights, and if it stays at that routine, my plan next then is to try and anticipate that and try and get up and take her out for a wee before she needs to go. And I will probably start to set an alarm as well. So rather than her waking up and thinking, oh, I need a wee, I need to go out, the alarm wakes her up, and it's actually the alarm that tells her that she needs a wee, because then what I can do with the alarm is I can start to adjust the time, so it goes from 3 in the morning to 4 to 5 to 6 until she's sleeping all the way through the night. So just kind of gradually over the next couple of weeks or so, I'm going to work on that. But I'm really happy, to be honest, with getting 8 hours sleep with just one wake up in between. I can happily live with that for a few weeks or so and function on that quite well. So so those are sort of the things that we've been focusing on. The other thing that I really wanted to do was get started with her socialisation, like straight away. And I had these ideas that I'd take her out twice a day, and we'd cover loads of different things. And what I found is that actually any sort of socialisation experiences really, really tire her out. So I've underestimated how just being in a new house with a new family and all of the new experiences that are here, how that in itself is tiring her out, not even including sort of taking her out and about and going out. So she only had her first vaccination today, so she's not allowed to go into any areas where there might be unvaccinated dogs until after her second vaccination. So she's got her second vaccinations in 2 weeks, and it'll be a week after that. So by then, so that's 3 weeks away, she will be 11, 12 weeks old. And that's a really long time for me not to be doing any socialisation with her at all. When, I've got this time with her, I may as well be getting out and about and doing things with her. So on Saturday, I got an old rucksack, put it on my front, and I popped her in the old rucksack and kind of held her a little bit so she felt nice and safe. And we just had a little walk to the park, which is just down the road, so it's not far from me. Had a little walk to the park. She saw lots of dogs. She saw lots of other people. Some people came over and fussed her. So she was getting used to people, and she took it in her stride. She wasn't trembling or shaking or worried. She was happy taking treats, and they're really good signs. If she was trembling or shaking, I would have thought it might be a bit much for her. Or if she wasn't taking treats, I would think it might be a bit much for her. But she seemed to take that all in her stride really well. So we did that on Saturday, and then Sunday she was really sleepy, so I didn't do a lot with her on Sunday. And then yesterday the plan was to take her to the raw food shop in Hyde. So the breeder had her on a raw food. So I wanted to carry on with that, at least to start off with, even if we don't do it forever, because I don't want to change too many things too soon. So we took a trip to the lovely raw food shop in Hyde to do some car socialisation. She was in a little soft puppy carrier that I've got on the passenger seat. She kind of whined a little bit when she first went in, but she really quickly settled down and went to sleep, which was lovely, because it's going to be a real positive if she's okay travelling in the car. And then when we got to the raw food shop, I would say she found that quite a lot, because there was a lot going on. We had to weigh her. There was a lot of different people there saying hello to her. So she definitely found that quite, not challenging, but it was a lot going on for her. So on the way back in the car, she completely was fast asleep. And then we just kind of kept her quiet then for the rest of the day, because that was enough for yesterday. That was enough of an experience for her. And then today we have had the vets round. So the vets have come round. Kath from Vet Care at Home has come round to start her vaccinations, weigh her, check her over. That's been another really good socialisation experience for her because everyone's wearing masks. So she's getting used to the mask wearing. She's getting used to being handled by different people as well. And as you can see, that's really wiped her out. So she's kind of snoozing to recover from that. And then I have got one more really fun outing for her today. So we normally get our Tesco order delivered, but there aren't many slots at the moment. So I only managed to get a click and collect later on. So this afternoon, we're going to go on a really fun trip in the car to Tesco's Hattersley to pick up our Tesco shop. But again, it's all good socialisation. You know, she's going to get used to a car journey again. She's getting used to being in the little puppy pen that I've got in the car. I don't really know how it works because I've not actually done click and collect before, but obviously we're going to be putting things in and out of the car. So it's going to be different noises and things like that. So even though it's a bit of a pain not having it delivered, it's another option for me to take her out and get her out and about and expose her to different things. So kind of on reflection, even though she's not able to go down on the floor for walks yet, we've been doing a lot of different things. You know, we've been doing a lot of things with her, and I kind of had more stuff planned, but I really just want to sort of take my time with it. Okay, right, so I'm going to leave you there. I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea while I can, because who knows when she'll wake again. And then I'm going to try and do a video again tomorrow of what I'm doing with her in terms of training. So really, this video has been more about sort of sleeping, toilet training, getting her used to being settled on her own, and the little bits of socialisation that we've started doing. So tomorrow I'll try and do some stuff about kind of early training. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that. I'll give you one last little look at her. Just turn it round again. You're still snoozy. Oh, it's not, why isn't it focusing? Focus, please. There you go. Still snoozy. Still snoozy. Yes. It's obviously extremely tiring having your first vet check and having your first vaccinations. Okay, all right. I hope this has been interesting, maybe helpful, maybe giving you some tips. If you've got any questions, just comment and then I can answer them next time she's having a nap. Okay, bye.